Bro, when I do these things, I can feel my brain getting fixed and my willpower skyrocketing. I literally feel my discipline getting stronger. By clicking on this video, I can tell you're struggling with your willpower. You find it difficult to do the things you're supposed to do. It's hard. You're searching for a way to avoid them. That's why you're probably watching this video instead of doing the things you're supposed to do. I've been in your shoes and I've battled this. Let's call it the lazy syndrome. Lazy syndrome is when you're sitting at home, let's say you know you got things to do, sometimes you know exactly what you need to do, and sometimes you just know you got work, but you don't know where to start. This happens a lot to young teenagers who are trying to become entrepreneurs. It happened to me. But let me tell you something. I grabbed this lazy syndrome and I've buried it forever. The time I'm writing this script and recording this video, it's Christmas Eve. As you know, it's time for the family gatherings, you're having dinners, watching movies, basically you're being lazy. You're wasting your time. And Andrew Tate said that the time between Christmas and New Year is the most wasted time of the year, and he was completely right. So while you're enjoying your time, guess what I'm doing? Writing scripts for my YouTube videos. Before this, I was putting flyers in my neighbors' mailboxes, editing one of my videos. I was also making a thumbnail. After I'm done with this work, I'll do even more work. I'll edit some of my older thumbnails or titles, maybe I'll do research for my next video. Have in mind, it's Christmas Eve. You can imagine what I'm doing on a regular day. And I don't want you to think that I didn't see my family. I also had lunch with them. See, me and you had the same exact number of hours. We both had 24 hours, but we've used them differently. I've made the best out of my 24 hours, while you wasted them. Now let me ask you this. What did you do today? What did you accomplish in the last 24 hours? Who did you make proud? Don't tell me you smoked weed, played video games, watched football while drinking beer, because you're gonna piss me off. If you've actually done something amazing today, feel free to write it in the comments below this video. The amazing thing can be going to the gym, cold approaching some cute girl, working on your business, reading a book, helping your parents, and so on. If you've done none of these good things, let me fix your damn brain and improve your willpower and discipline. So, I was doing my research on willpower and I came across this Andrew Huberman podcast with David Goggins in it. They were talking about this brain structure called anterior midcingulate cortex. Now don't get scared by the name, we can call it whatever. The lizard brain killer, let's say. So this is an area in your brain that's getting bigger every time you do something that you don't feel like doing. Now when I say this, I don't mean you crash the car or break your arm. I mean things that are actually good for you, especially in the long term. You see, everything that feels good now is bad for you in the future. Everything that you do that is hard now, it's good for you in the future. So Huberman was explaining how this anterior midcingulate cortex was bigger in athletes, disciplined people, and fat people who were on a diet trying to lose weight. Now this wasn't the case for the regular fat people who were not on a diet. Then Goggins gave an example of some man calling him lucky because he was given a strong mind. Like, what? How can someone be given a strong mind? Where do I go and purchase strong minds? I'll flip them, buy them for cheap and sell them for a profit. People are not born with strong minds. People train their minds to be strong. And this is how we're going to improve your willpower. The single and most important thing to getting a strong mind is doing the things that you consider hard. Now don't click off the video because we're just getting started and you don't want to miss out on the actionable steps. Remember how I was telling you that today is Christmas Eve and I'm doing all this work? It's because I don't want to do this work. Right now, I just want to call my girlfriend over and just Netflix and chill. But if I do that right now, I would feel so guilty later that I couldn't sleep that night knowing I didn't finish the work of my day. And the goal is to get you to this state. Let me tell you something, and you're gonna agree with me. Isn't it the best feeling in the world when you've given all you got and done some big project? It can be a school project, some important work at your workplace, or doing something significant for your business. Well, I get that feeling every day because I go to bed knowing that that day I've crushed all my work and I've done my best. And if I didn't feel like I did my best that day, I would feel so guilty that I would just randomly get dressed and go on a run at 2 in the morning. I do this to punish myself for not giving everything I got. Now, to get to my level, you need to do some training. I was once just like you, a regular procrastinator. And this is how I changed that. First of all, you need to understand that training this part of your brain is not doing more work, but doing more of the work that you don't want to do. That's why I said I would go running in 2 in the morning. It's because I absolutely hate running every time of the day. You can say, oh, but I go to the gym. What do you mean you just go to the gym, man? I go to the gym to relax. Yeah, I'm doing my workouts, I'm working out, but that's relaxing for me. If you tried kickboxing or some other martial art, you'll know that going to the gym is the easiest thing in the world. If you've been going to the gym for the past couple months or year, by this point you like going to the gym. It feels kinda easy, and this is the key part. When that hard thing becomes easy and enjoyable, it's no more growing your anterior mid-cingulate cortex and improving your willpower. You need to do something harder. Once you see your work as enjoyable, you need to step things up. Maybe lift more weight or go to a martial art class. Just leave your comfort zone. And I know this sounds cliche, but trust me, it's true. Now your first actionable step is to find that one single hardest thing that you just don't want to do. That can be doing a cold call, writing an email, studying, approaching some girls, whatever it is. Trust me, just get started. You'll find that thing and you'll do 10x of that. If you don't want to send an email, send 10 emails. If you don't want to do a cold call, do 10 cold calls. If your lizard brain is stopping you, punish him. Do 10x of that work. That's how you're gonna destroy your lizard brain and build discipline and willpower over time. Now you need to understand that doing these things is not as scary as it sounds. It's basically just sitting on a computer and typing words, or picking up a phone and just saying words out loud. If you think this way, you look like a bitch being scared of the cold calls or emails. None of you is scared of that. I mean, I'm a professional kickboxer, and back when I was a state champion, I've gone through hell to get to that position. I hated every single moment. But guess what? I came back. I trained even more. I suffered even more. I hated every single moment of training. But guess what? That's how I became the European kickboxing champion. And I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna become the world kickboxing champion. And no one's gonna stop me. Not even my lizard brain. This is how I kill my lizard brain every single day. This is how I improve my willpower. This is how I build discipline. And I'll end this video with this saying. Improving your willpower is not a one-time thing. Building a discipline is not a one-time thing. It's an everyday process. Same as battling addiction. It's an everyday process, everyday struggle. But guess what? It's worth it. Every single minute of suffering, every single minute of hating it, it's worth it. You deserve it, my friend. Now close YouTube completely, and not a single YouTuber is gonna tell you this, but don't even watch my videos right now. Just leave them for later. Don't procrastinate until it's too late. Now go and destroy your lizard brain. I'm rooting for you.